I'll ask that you give me your utmost attention because you got into the technical aspect of the orientation. That basically deals with how you can go about doing your online registration. To do the online registration, you need to have a PIN code. So I'll take you through the process where you can apply the PIN code, how you can go about doing the online registration, and then after, how you can check for your posting. To do all these three things, you need to go to the NSS website, www.nss.gov.gh. No, you can just note it down. When you go to the website, and then since you need to check for PIN code, just click on the red button that says Get PIN code. When you click on the red button that says Get PIN code, you are required to enter your student ID number or your student index number and your date of birth. This information will be provided to us by the school, and then there's the information they provide to us that we are requesting you to enter. If the date of birth with the school is wrong, and then they do that submission to us, then it means it's the same wrong date of birth that we are requesting you to enter. Once you enter the details, you are automatically granted access to the PIN code, but you need to first activate it by paying an amount. My boss said you don't make any payments, but you only make one payment, that is during the registration. After that, there is no payment again. The payment used to be 40 cedi. It's in 40 cedi for a while now. But then currently, it is currently being reviewed. So there is the likelihood that the amount will actually increase. Hello? Why are you paying the 40 cedi? One is because of the online registration you are doing. Two, what you need to note now is, if you don't make this payment, you can't register. If you don't make the payment, you can't register. And then if you don't register, it means you are not getting any certificate. If you are not getting the certificate, then the job market also becomes difficult for you. Why you are paying the 40 cedi? Or the amount being reviewed, it covers your certificate, it covers your national dues, it covers the online registration. So it's actually reaching. When you activate the PIN code by making this amount, paying this amount, you either pay through the bank, which is ADB, or you can use the mobile money option. After you have made the payment, you are actually done with the acquisition of PIN code. And then you can proceed to the next stage, which is the online registration. Is the getting of PIN code ready? Is it clear? Sorry. Checking of PIN code. Go to the NSS website, click on Get PIN code, enter your index number and then the date of birth, and then the PIN code is generated for you. You just need to activate it by making a payment at the bank or through mobile money, and then you are done with the first step. Are we clear? Once you make payment for it, you can then go about doing your online registration. The online registration is again done on the website. Make sure that whilst you are doing the online registration, you read it and then you understand all the questions that are asked of you before you proceed to give an answer. Also make sure that after you are done with the online registration, whichever system you are using, whichever computer you are using, you log out so that the person after you or anyone who gets access wouldn't have access to your details. Are we clear? To do the online registration, go back to the NSS website. But then this time you click on online registration, which will be the blue button. Online registration. When you click on online registration, you are again required to enter your index number. You are required to enter the date of birth and the PIN code you paid for. So in this case, if you enter the PIN code here, but you haven't made payment for it, the system will take you back to the payment model for you to issue payments. You can proceed. Before you can proceed. But once you've made payment, you are granted access to the registration form. The first stage of the registration form deals with the means of identification page. The registration itself shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. Shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes to complete the whole registration. Shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes to complete the whole registration. You just read, understand, and then proceed to give the necessary answer. But then, for the sake of the orientation and for you to get what is needed, I'll break it down a little and touch on a few things as you go along. You select your means of identification. That is the first stage of the registration. Why you are selecting the means of identification is to indicate that indeed you are the right person registering and that you are not being impersonated by anyone. So you need to select an ID card and then proceed to provide the number of the ID card. Currently, we have made known that it is the Ghana card that will be used. There is the likelihood that the other cards will be added to it, but then if it's not, then just know that it's either the Ghana card or which is the Bwouy card we will be using. When you select the means of identification and you enter the details, the system will cross-check to ensure that the details on the card tallies with the details the school sent. It basically checks just the name. If there's an omission of name with the details on the card, there is the likelihood that the system won't give you access to go to the next stage. Sometimes you are given access, but then after the registration, you are made known that your registration will be placed under further investigation. There are instances where the system will give you access at all. If you are not given access, then it means you need to come to the NSS office for us to rectify the issue. But then you coming along with me, you are coming with an affidavit and a gazette. If given access to the registration form, after the means of identification, you are taken to the personal info page. What you do on the personal info page is to provide your details, your residential address, your email and then contact, your guardian information, and then the sub-kin information. You are also required to upload a passport size photograph. I'll plead with you not to upload selfies, as the picture you upload is what will appear on all your NSS documents, including the certificates. So if you upload your selfie, it's the same selfie we give back to you. When you're done with the personal info page, you are taken to the employment history page. All you need to do at the employment history page is to let us know if you're already working. That is, if you're working with an organization, and then we need to post feedback to them, indicating here that you are working, and then proving that indeed you are working by either uploading your payslip or appointment letter. If you've done an attachment or internship with a company, and then you want to be posted back to them, do not indicate here that you're already working. Because you are not working, you just want to be placed with them. All you need to do is to go to them for an assurance letter. You take it to any of our NSS regional offices, and then your request will be subject for review. There is the likelihood that we may or may not honor your request. If you indicate here that you're already working, means we are placing you under the steady leave category. And that would mean we won't pay you. You continue to receive salary from your mother organization. So if you are not working and then you indicate it here, it means you are not paying you. You'll be doing the service free of charge. When you are done with the employment history page, you also have the health condition. We mainly, that is national service, we term pregnancy as a health condition. So if you are pregnant, you indicate it here, and then it will influence our posting. We wouldn't want to take you far from home. But you need to prove that indeed you are pregnant.
Everyone is pregnant.
You need to prove that indeed you are pregnant. When you're done with the employment history page, you are taken to, hello. After the employment history page, you are taken to the preference page. The preference page basically deals with you selecting 3 ratings in the order that you like to do your service. You can't select 1 rating 3 times. Greater cry, it's not allowed. Once you select it in the first option, the system will take it out for you to select 2 other options. You let us know the local languages you can read, write, and speak, as well as the foreign languages. And then we will have what we call the industrial preference, that is the models. Whichever model you want to be placed under, you select 2 of the models here. So education support, health support, NSS support, agri and agro business, private sector, public service. Whichever model or whichever organization you want to be working under, they have a model that they fall under. So you select that model, 2 of them, and then you save. When you are done with the preference page, you are taken to the last stage of registration, which is the preview page. The preview page basically deals with you going through all the information you've entered so far. Make sure that everything you've entered is correct, and then you save. If going through the preview, you notice an error, you can go back, you do your corrections, and then save. When you save at the preview page, you are done with the registration. And then you receive a text message from NSS Ghana stating that your registration is successful. You also have the option of going to your personal dashboard, as well as printing the enrollment form you did out. Is the enrollment clear? Is the registration clear? I've touched on a lot, so it may seem confusing. Just know that what you need to have is to go to the NSS website, click on online registration, enter your index number and the date of birth. The rest of the information is pretty straightforward. You just need to read, understand, and then provide the answers. Then you are done. Are we clear? Once you are done with the online registration, and then let's say a month or 2, you get that postings are out. There will first be a press release stating that postings are out. You will also receive a text message from NSS Ghana stating that you've been posted to a particular organization. And then the message will come with a link that you can follow to access your posting. Should in case you don't see the press release and you don't receive the message as well, just go back to the NSS website. Click on check posting. You will be taken to the NSS dashboard front page, where you will need to log in. Your login details will be the email address you entered whilst you are doing the registration, and then your password will be the PIN code you paid for. When you log in, and then for the sake of security reasons, the system will automatically ask you to change the password from the PIN code to anything you want to use. So it can be a name, it can be a number, it can be any character or string, but then it should be unique only to you. No one should have access to it. After you log in on the dashboard, just go to the bottom of the page and then click on print posting letter. Print the posting letter as well as the appointment letter. It should be like 5 pages in all. After you are done with the printing, the next step you need to do is to go to where you were posted to, the facility or the organization or the company you were posted to. You go to them for them to endorse the appointment letter you have printed out. After the endorsement, you go back to your dashboard, book an appointment. The appointment will come with the date and the venue that you need to go for the NSS regional registration. You did online registration online. After you've been posted, whichever region you've been posted to, you need to register with the NSS office there. That is the regional registration. So you print the posting letter out, take it to the organization you are posted to for them to endorse. Go to your dashboard to book an appointment, which will come with the date and the venue you need to go for the registration. And then on that date, you go and then do your online, the regional registration, sorry. On the day that you book, you go and do your regional registration. If for any reason you don't remember what to do after you are done with the printing, just remember that on the 5th page of the appointment letter, there is the flow chart or the directions on what to do after you are done with the printing. On the 5th page of the appointment letter, the flow chart or directions on what to do after you are done with the printing is there. So you can follow that and then you know what to do next. Are we clear? Is the checking of posting clear? No. Go to the NSS website. Click on check posting. Enter your username and password, which will be your email address you use while doing the registration. And then the password will be the PIN code. Just change the password after you've logged in. And then you can print the posting letter. That is the first stage. After you are done with the printing of the posting letter, the next stage is to go to where you are posted to, the organization or the facility or the company you are posted to. You go to them for them to endorse the letter you've printed out. Take it to wherever you are going. To go back to your dashboard, to book an appointment. And then on the day that you book for the appointment, you go to the NSS Registration Center to register. Those who are familiar with the passport service, you know how their system is. You book an appointment before you go to them. Likewise, with us, you book an appointment before you come to us. If you don't book an appointment and then you go to the regional registration center, the system will not allow you to register. Because we have a limited number of people who will be expecting at the center. And then it's only those who are booked that we have access to their details for them to register. So if you don't book, you can't go and do your regional registration. Are we clear? Is it clear? Like I said, the 5th page has all the instructions on what to do. So just remember that all the deliveries I said here, the 5th page is the important one. It has the instructions on what to do next. We are clear now, right? Since we are clear on how to check for PIN code, how to do the online registration, and also how to check for your posting, I will hand over to the account officer to take you through the account section.
Yeah.
Thank you.